Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Skill RPA. So now we are going with the real-time use case supply chain management. And in the previous 4 videos, like we had a requirement walkthrough, and then we started with the process design document like as is flow and to be flow. And then we started preparing the uh, process design document in a Word, like in the format like uh, and now in this session we will be seeing like how we are going to capture the detailed steps. With this we are going to complete our process design document. So we covered everything, and only one step is missing, like which is detail detailed steps, detailed as is process steps. So why actually we need this? See, without knowing like what actually the business is doing or the process how it looks like, and it is very hard for a developer to understand that. So now we are going to capture our screen, and we are going to provide the detailed steps. So we can keep it in Word document also, but just for like how I follow is like I'll keep the things in Excel, and I'll attach this Excel into that Word document. So like we will be giving the step number, it is like serial number only, and the input, like what is the input for that particular step, and description what actually we are going to do the in that particular step, and what is the screen in case if we are going with the UI interactions, or like where the user is doing, like we will be capturing that screen. And if any exception is there in that, then we will be taking care of that exception as well. And then we'll go for in case if any exception occurs, what is our action, what the robot needs to do, or like is there anything which needs to be done by the human. So let us start with our, so I have limited resources, so I'll be taking the snipping tool, and then I'll capture the screen. So this is the first step which we need to do. Let me resize it to that particular cell. Yeah, and this is a step one. What is the input? Input is for this particular step is the URL of. So we need the URL of this particular application. URL of supply chain management application. We can put the URL also in case if we have, but it is not that mandatory. So we can put this. And description, what actually the description for this. Let me do a word wrap for this so that like it won't extend to the next cell. So the description is launch supply chain management application, and we'll mention that it is a web application. So let me do a word wrap for this as well. And what is the possible exceptions? So the possible exceptions is like this URL might be not reachable, or supply chain management application is not showing up. We can say not opening, or not showing up, or like not reachable. And the possible action is like what action we need to take in case if we come across this particular exception. Retry for 2 more times, and So let us write in this way. Robot should retry. Let us not put any retry because robot, because this is as is we are discussing. So we'll be writing retry opening application even after retry, same issue, then close the application. So let me come to here. So let me do one thing. Let me take everything to left and middle. This is onto the top and this is left. Yeah. So the second step is bot needs to click on this procurement anywhere application. Before that, I think we need to download this spreadsheet. So first we need to download the agent territory spreadsheet. Let us capture the screen. Let me use paint for this because I want to highlight this. Let me select this and copy and put that in the Excel. So second is we don't have any input, but we need to write that like supply chain management application home page need to be opened. So instead of like we can call this step as like precondition as well. And here we need to say download agent territory spreadsheet by clicking on the button agent download agent territory spreadsheet. So what are the possible error here? There might be a chance that like file might not be got downloaded. File not downloaded. In case if file is not downloaded, close the application. And the third is we need to open the procurement application by clicking on procurement anywhere link URL. So you go back here, the screen is same. So what I'm doing is let me highlight this procurement anywhere. Let me just give a marking here. This is our third step. The input is same, and click on procurement anywhere hyperlink text to open procurement anywhere. So there might be a chance that the procurement anywhere application is not showing up. Procurement anywhere application is not show up. So let me wrap the text for this as well. Yeah, same. Close both the applications. Fourth. So these whatever we are discussing this, like this will be getting these details, like we need to ask these questions, these type of questions to the business when we are in the requirement gathering session. So the next is like we need to capture the username and password from the same screen because it was given here. Let us consider that this is not the same all the time. Okay, so let me come here. So we need to capture admin at procurementanywhere.com and the password as well. Select this, copy, put it here. So the next is input will be same. Let us say take username and password for procurement anywhere application. Fifth is procurement anywhere application login screen and username and password to login. So the input of step 5 is the outcome of step 3 and step 4. So now we need to take that screen. Let me click on this and I got this space. Me capture this screen. Copy this and paste it here. So here we are going to log into the procurement application. Log into procurement anywhere application with username and password. And what are the possible exceptions here? There might be a chance that we may get invalid credentials, though we are taking. But see, not only in this scenario, like in majority of the scenarios, like when we are taking the username and passwords from somewhere, and even from here also, in case bot could not able to take the username and password in the previous step, that is going to give us invalid credentials. So if we are getting invalid credentials, generally in general automations, like in with many of the applications, we'll retry. But here I don't want to retry. I just want to close it. But when you are doing the retry also, we need to take care of like how many times we can retry with the invalid passwords. So because what will happen is like generally if it is giving a notification of invalid, then we should not retry because there is a high possibility that your account will be locked. So close both applications. And step 6 is let me go to this application. So let me log in here. I'm just trying to log in manually. So whenever we are automating something, we should try it manually. How we can do that? Then only we need to get into the automation. Before that, we should not start the development. So now what we need to do is we need to capture the PO number from here. So let me take a screenshot. Let me put that screen here. See, the input is same because we are capturing the PO number from here. Take PO number from supply chain management application. Let me revisit. Okay. So here, what are the possible exceptions? We don't have any possible exceptions. Maybe PO numbers are not available. PO numbers are not available to track. Then close both the applications because we don't have the input. So then we cannot do anything, right? So, and the next point, we will be searching this PO number here in this search bar. We need to put in this way. So let me highlight this. Copy. Put this. So the input is PO number to track the details. input PO number in search field. PO number not available in procurement anywhere application. There is a possibility that we are missing a PO number here. So in that case, send a notification email. Sorry, skip the PO number. I'm getting confused between the SGD and these steps, because there we are going to write actual exceptions, how we are going to handle and all. But here skip the PO number and continue with next PO number. Wrap the text. So in the next step, what we need to do is we need to capture order total, ship date, and state. So let me just do this and highlight order total, ship date, and MD. So it will be always in the first, because when we are searching with the PO number, it will be having only one record for that particular search. So let us write, copy, and let me put this here in this. Eighth step, PO details. Take ship date, state, and order total. So here will be, see anyhow, like we have the point here, like PO number details are not available. So then even we are not going to come here. It will be like for only whatever is available. So this is not applicable for here. And now what we need to do is we need to, what is the input for this next step is state. State from PO details. And we downloaded. So in the step 2, we are downloading this agent territory spreadsheet. Let me open this. So here, what is the state we have? MD. So here we have the MD. So we just need to take this agent name from here. Let me take this up. MD, where is MD here? Here it is. Take the agent name for against that particular state. Copy this and let me close this. Yeah. Take the agent name from agent territory map. mapping. And one next step is we need to input the things back into supply chain management tool. Like we need to put the ship date, order total, and we need to select the agent. So let me take the screen. Let me do one thing. Let me just put it here. Crop this. So here we need to put the ship date which we extracted from the procurement application. We need to put the order total here, and we need to select the agent which we taken from the state mapping based on the state to which it is belongs to. Let me copy this and let me put it here. So the input is like outcome of point 8, step 8 and step 9. So what we can do is we can write it ship date, order total, and agent name. Enter PO details, ship date, order total, and select agent name. So possible exceptions is agent name might not be available in this mapping sheet, or like whatever the agent name we got in the mapping sheet might not be available in this drop down. Agent name, let us say I asked this question to the business, but they said like always it will be there, so it's not necessary to handle that exception. So there will be a couple of scenarios where they'll be very sure that like this there is no possibility of missing out any agent name. Okay, and we just need to repeat these steps for all the PO numbers whatever we have. And in case if the PO number is not available, where is that point? We have PO number not available to track. So once we complete that, then we'll be closing that. But before that, here we need to add one point. Continue. Which like in this process it is not necessary. So what we need to add is like we just need to click on submit. Let me take the screenshot. We'll properly write that in a description. Let me just put this, highlight this submit button. Copy this. Let's start. There will be two scenarios here not available to track. So there will be two scenarios here. If no PO number is available, close the applications. If at least one PO number is there, click on submit and close the application. So what is that particular step from where we are taking the PO number is step 6. Repeat the steps from 6 to 10. Click on submit. If no more PO numbers are available to track. It's done. So what is the 12th step? Close both the applications because my job is done. And this point is not required because that we will define anyhow in the solution design. So we completed the detailed steps. So let me save this file, and what I will do is I'll just insert that sheet here. I'm just trying to search where did I save that file. Uh, just copy that file and just paste it here. So it's getting copied. Control Z. I think I might missed out. Insert. I'm using a old version of Microsoft, so I think I'm facing problem to attach the document, but we can insert the document directly here so that like we won't be having any problem. So this is the way how we will be doing this detailed steps as is process. So from the next sessions we will be looking into how we are going to do the effort estimation and how we are going to define the timelines. So based on this and how we are going to provide the like that session will be followed by the solution design. So hope you are clear about like how we are going to create the PDD. See, with this session we completed our process design document preparation. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to Skill RPA YouTube channel.